couple of the best oils to use would be Palo Santo or basil or petitgrain. Lovage actually works really well. The blend Spasmophilia also works really well. If you're fancy and you have poplar balsam, that would work, but I would say Palo Santo, basil, or petitgrain is probably what most of you are gonna have.
Did you say sage at all, or did I make
No,
that up?
no,
Okay.
no sage.
Sorry, I wasn't recording, and so we can have this for the replay. What is it we're addressing?
We're addressing the shoulder girdle, the shoulder. So again, Palo Santo, poplar balsam if you have it, basil, petitgrain. You can use lovage. You could also use the blend Spasmophilia. Is everybody good there? Or?
Yeah. Just type it in if you guys don't have any of those.
Okay, we're good. All right. So I'm just going to talk through it as we do it. Okay. So I'm going to point out the spots as we do it. So first off, check out your shoulder girdles, move them around, see how they feel. Move them back and forth. Okay. Begin inhaling. Your awareness is on the palms of your hands, the palms. You're taking long, slow, deep breaths. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. You're holding the bottle close to your nose. Again, long, slow, deep breaths. Now move up to your wrists. So you're doing the front and the back at the same time. Your front and back of your wrists. Continue to work your wrists. Now go to your elbow. And when you do your elbow, you're doing where the crease is. Now go to your armpits. Long, slow, deep breath. Your awareness is on your armpits. Okay, just be still for a second. Just let it go. Let everything go. Keep your eyes closed. Again, begin inhaling. Your awareness is on your armpits again. You're still on your armpits. Keep inhaling. Your awareness is still on your armpits. Just be still. Let it go again. Again, begin inhaling. Your awareness is on your armpits again. Now move to your shoulder minor. Your shoulder minor is on the front part where the shoulder and chest meet, like so right here. Now go to the top part of the shoulder where the shoulder and the arm kind of meet, like right here, right on the edge. Your awareness is in this area. Okay, now come in on your collarbone, like right about here, where your collarbone and your breastbone kind of meet. There's a little minor chakra right there. Take long, slow, deep breaths. Your awareness is on your collarbone in this area. Move to your throat minor, the bottom part of your throat, in between the two collarbones, right here, right there. Continue on the throat minor. Now move your awareness up to the throat, which is the middle part of your throat. Keep working your throat. Go to your back throat. So opposite here, just on the back side, you're inhaling in your back throat. Drop down to your mid-back area, which is your back solar plexus. Now drop your awareness down to your tailbone, the bottom of your tailbone. Okay, just be still. We're going to cycle through it again, but before you do that, check your arms and shoulders. How does that feel for you?
Hello, sir. I was putting more attention on this side. Same oil?
Yeah, we'll use the same one. Okay, so we'll cycle through it again. It's good to do it 2 or 3 times. It keeps going a little deeper. So again, begin inhaling. Your awareness is on your palms. Go to your wrists, the front and back of the wrists. Your elbows. Go to your armpits. Take long, slow, deep breaths. Your awareness is on your armpits. Okay, let it go for a second. Just let yourself relax. Again, your armpits. Continue to do your armpits. Now move to your shoulder minors, the one that's on the front side where the shoulder and chest meet on each side. Okay, be still. Go back to that same area, that shoulder minor in this area. Now, I actually bypassed this, I apologize, but the tops of your shoulders, where your neck and your shoulder meet on each side, like up here, that little tender spot that's right at the top of your shoulder, everybody's got it. Put your awareness there. Okay, just be still, just let that go for a second. Again, same spot, the top of your shoulders. Yeah. Move to that little spot on the clavicle right here. Call these clavicle minors. Is that what we decided?
What did we decide? I think it's something like that.
Yeah, clavicle minors. Yeah, there's these little tiny chakras here. They're really stimulating to the lymphatic function. Move to the throat minor. Move to the throat itself, the middle of the throat. Go to the back throat. Go to your back throat. Go to your back solar plexus, which is your mid-back area. Keep working your back solar plexus. down to your tailbone, your basic chakra. Okay, just be still for a second. Keep your eyes closed. Now this is what I'd like you to do. Put about 3 or 4 drops of the oil that you've been using to do the breathing cycles in your hand, and put some here at the top of your shoulder. Put a little bit on that shoulder miner here, a little bit on the armpit, and a little bit on the elbow where it's a crease. If you need to keep adding oils to your hand, go ahead, but cover both shoulders, both sides. Take a couple minutes. Also put some on the throat miner, like right there. Okay, and once you're done, just keep your eyes closed and be still. Put your awareness on both your shoulders, your shoulder girdles. Like just pay attention to your shoulders. Take a long, slow, deep breath. You can use the oil or you can do it without, either way. Long, slow, deep breath. Hold your breath. Keep your attention on your shoulders and then just slowly exhale. Hold your breath. Gently inhale. Your awareness is in the shoulders. Hold your breath. Gently exhale. Put your awareness on the tension in the shoulder girdles, wherever it's at. Gently inhale. Hold. Gently exhale. Again, gently inhale. Your awareness is on the shoulder girdles, the tension. Hold. As you exhale, feel the tension leave. Just be still for a second. Okay, again, inhale. This time your awareness is between the shoulder blades. Just that whole area between your shoulder blades or your back heart. Just be still. Check your arm and shoulders now. Move them around, see how you feel. How do you feel?
Good. It's funny, I can feel where I fell yesterday for the first time, actually.
They feel lucid.
Mm-hmm.
So let's, before we do the next little piece, let's share a little feedback and answer any questions. Feedback first if you can. You can unmute yourself or type it.
Hi, Greg.
Hey, hey.
Very relaxing, very nice. My range of motion increased, and
Good.
I kind of have a giggly, kind of nice, funny, self-funny kind of feeling. So thank you.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of times when you go through and you do this, because we hold so much like stress in our shoulders, it releases just stress out of the body. You know, most stress, a majority of stress that we feel is actually in our bodies. It's not emotional or mental, it's actually mostly physical. And so when you go through and you do this, you're letting a bunch of tension out, like a bunch of stress. And so it usually feels quite good.
Well, let me say that, you know, I had a broken arm. It was severed between the
Really?
femur right up at the shoulder on the left. So to reach over to the right side to the big thing, that's an exercise in itself, just to reach over there. So I'm able to do it, but the range of motion has increased.
Oh,
So,
good.
Good stuff. Thank you.
Good, Peggy. And I'll see you in a few days.
I look forward to seeing you guys.
Yeah, it's going to be nice.
Someone shared one shoulder very loose, the other one has some tension.
Yeah. You can do this protocol just on one shoulder. You give it a little bit more attention, but a lot of times the shoulders aren't balanced. And so when you go through and you start doing this, you'll start to notice like one has more tension in it, or it can start to have even some like fascial lesions, which is just like adhesions kind of, you know, where the shoulder blade kind of starts to adhere to the rib cage a little bit, or just starts to lack range of motion there. And so you can actually add just doing that side by itself. Yeah.
Someone said very relaxing and sleepy.
Yeah, it's incredibly relaxing because, like I said, the shoulder girdle really releases out a bunch of stress. Yeah. So, and people are having increased ranges of motion.
You're a little quiet, Grim.
Yeah. I think we knocked some of you guys out a little bit. Yeah. This is a very relaxing protocol. Mission accomplished. I knocked you guys out.
Yeah, go ahead,
Greg?
Barbara.
Hey, Barbara.
I'm a little confused on the shoulder spot. Is it where the arm and the shoulder meet, or the tender spot that's in a little?
Well, there's the shoulder minor here.
Right.
And then there's this spot here that's the top of the shoulder.
Yes.
And then there's the where the neck and the shoulder meet. So each one of them is a point.
Okay, so there's two across the top.
Correct.
Right. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, one close to the neck and one the farthest point away from the neck.
Sort of where your sleeve might attach to the top of a shirt.
Exactly. Right there. Like where the crease is front and back, and then where the sleeve attaches.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Perfect.
Hey, Greg. Cindy here.
Hey, Cindy.
I got a lot of the pain in my shoulders decreased a lot and a lot of range of motion. But what I'm really happy about is the sternocleidomastoid. I can't remember the whole name of it.
Yeah, sternocleidomastoid.
Yeah, sternocleidomastoid has loosened up some.
Oh, tremendous. Yeah.
So
the key for that is like after you do the shoulder, the key to that part is the back solar plexus. Like
Okay.
after you do it all, hit the back
Yeah.
solar plexus really hard. The back solar plexus is a majority of the tension in the body is kind of being stored in the back solar plexus. So like a lot of times when you unwind something, if you go to the back solar plexus, it will take the release of the muscular tension and take it much deeper. The sternocleidomastoid is one of the most that and the psoas and the diaphragm are the three biggest muscles to pay attention to in the body. And so, you know, the sternocleidomastoid and the diaphragm almost kind of work hand in hand with each other. And so if you loosen up the diaphragm, a lot of times it will let go. But when you unwind these girdles, the sternocleidomastoid doesn't have to work so hard to elevate the rib cage. And so you'll start to get release of tension in the sternocleidomastoid. It's really actually a quite difficult muscle to treat because it's very dynamic in the activities that it does. And so you can't just like relax it how you would relax a muscle because it's tied to so many other functions. It does have an impact on some neurological function, and it also crosses over the carotid sinus. And so when it gets really tight, it actually will start to restrict blood flow to the head. So anytime there's respiratory distress, it will tighten up. But if there starts to be any sort of blockages in the carotid artery, or if there's heart dysfunction, but most times it comes from like an injury to the neck. You know, it usually comes from injuries, the way we sleep, you know, just stress. Stress levels will tighten it up as well. Coughing will do it. There's actually a dry cough that comes from the activation of the sternocleidomastoid. When it won't relax, you get this, you're always kind of having this little dry cough. It's not really productive. It's almost like a spasm. And,
No, actually, that's fascinating because I've been dealing with that, like this,
yeah, that's it.
kind of cough. I've
yeah,
had it for,
the sternocleidomastoid. It's not respiratory. That's the thing that's really it's hard. You could throw all the respiratory oils and all the respiratory meds and treat it like asthma. You know, you could treat it as all kinds of things. It's actually a trigger point in the sternocleidomastoid that it makes that muscle go into spasm, and they call it a spasmodic cough. Like you get this weird cough, and when you relax the sternocleidomastoid, or the SCM is the short way of saying it.
yeah.
The cough goes away. Yeah, we used to see those coughs, and people they would have a car accident, and then within about 2 to 3 months they'd start coughing. You know, we called it whiplash cough at first, and then I found a bunch of data that it was a spasmodic cough from the sternocleidomastoid.
Well, you kind of nailed it all on the head. I have
Good.
4, 5, and 6 are fused because of 2 car accidents within 8 days. And
Yeah. Wow,
so
in 8 days. Yeah.
total 2 cars in 8 days. Yeah,
Wow, that was a bad week.
it was a bad week. Anyway, thank you. I'll not take up all
You're
the
so
time.
welcome. We're going to do the neck next, and they kind of overlap, but you kind of linger in a couple of different areas, so I decided to do them separately. So you might want to do the neck part along with it.
Christine, go ahead.
I was just wondering, I have repetitive motion. I have a bone right here up from the clavicle, and it used to be very red.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I was just wondering at what point would be good to put the oils on there? What point in the protocol?
I usually do the breathing first and then apply the oils afterwards, and then you can start focusing on that. That is some part of your shoulder blade is a bit off. That you have this little process that comes off your shoulder blade, and forms part of your shoulder girdle there. And so if it was raised like that, God, what would that be?
Well, this is decades.
That might be actually the top of the top part of the shoulder blade, the supraspinatus. I'd have to look it up, to be honest with you. It's been so long since I've done that anatomy physiology part. But I want to say it's the supraspinatus is probably contracted, which is like when you reach over and you start to go down onto your shoulder blade, it's the top part. Like that's probably tender or really super tight.
Yeah, it's much
You-
better than
you-
it was, but it took about a year of
Yeah,
now
well, I bet. Yeah.
to even calm down to the point
You could
where
put those oils on that we talked about, and the other oil that you can put on there is marjoram. Any of those will start to help.
yeah, believe it or not, I was late and that's what I grabbed was the margin.
Okay, that still works. Yeah. Good. Good. I'm glad you got some relief there. Keep doing it though. Keep doing it.
Someone said their shoulders feel very open and loose. So relaxing. What is the reason for putting the oil on the points?
Putting the oil on the points, it just takes it a little bit deeper. It physicalizes it a little bit because there is some muscles that are still unwinding, and we're just trying to accelerate the process. A lot of shoulder problems are actually this muscle right here, which is your upper arm. But you don't really think of it as being your shoulder, but it does cause an issue. And when you put the oils on those points, it helps take some of the tension off of there and some of the other points that kind of contribute. So then you notice I had you just breathe into the tension of the shoulder girdle. Different people are going to have different issues in different areas. So this allows you to kind of fine tune what you're going after. It's a little bit different with shoulders because they're not weight bearing joints. And so, it depends if you roll your shoulders forward or your shoulders are, back, or if you spend a lot of time on a computer with a mouse, or, it depends on what you've been doing. So there could be some different issues depending on, body structure and what repetitive motions you've been doing. And so this allows you to fine tune what you were trying to address. So.
What's in the Spasmophilia blend?
Spasmophilia is, what is it? Petitgrain, basil, bergamot. Hold on, I have to look it up. Marjoram and thyme. Petitgrain, basil, bergamot, marjoram and thyme.
My business partner has post-polio syndrome and he can't lift his shoulder past 40% and he is experiencing some atrophy. Would these oils help his condition?
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to do it a lot more than normal. When you have that kind of spasms and contractors, you might even have to rotate it with like vetiver and spikenard, things like that. But this would be a good start and see how it goes. I would probably also use Cape Snowbush from time to time, or have him take a capsule or two of lobelia internally, just 1 or 2 capsules a day, which will relax the fascia and help increase the ranges of motion.
This is from kind of an earlier thing. Would you put marjoram and castor oil for foot pain, or use marjoram just by itself? I think.
Yeah, you could put it in castor oil. You could use it for foot pain. The premium thing to use for foot pain is an oil called Taget's, or Tajay, however you want to say it, but Taget's is the way it's kind of spelled. And it's used for a wide variety of foot issues. It's soothing, it's detoxifying, and it's very deeply relaxing to foot issues. It's primarily what they use to treat a whole wide range of foot conditions in Europe. And so it's in the marigold family. And so very, very good for for treating that. It's actually about the only real big use it has is for treating a wide variety of feet conditions.
How do you find the spot where the clavicle and breastbone meet?
Like, if you just kind of go, like put your finger in that little indentation and it's about 3 fingers over. Like if you keep poking on it, it all of a sudden will get real tender. Like it's about 3 fingers over from the edge of the clavicle. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the neck. I think we still have time. What time is it?
It's 7:10.
17. Okay, yeah, we have time. Okay, we're going to use the same oil you've been using, but now we're going to focus on the neck. Now, granted, this is a little bit of an overlap with what we just did, but it's more specific to the neck. Okay, so begin to inhale. Your awareness is on the throat minor, the bottom of the throat.
Same oils?
Yeah, you can use the same oil. Now go to the throat. Now go to the jaw minors, where the jaw hinges right in front of the ear. Go to the ear canals themselves. Your awareness is in the ear canals. Go to your back throat. Go to your back head, which is opposite your eyebrows on the back side. So opposite here on the back. You're still on the back head. Now drop down to those points, the top of the shoulder where the neck and shoulder meet. Put your attention and awareness there. Now put your awareness on the bones in your neck, the spine, just in your neck. Keep inhaling with your awareness on the spine and move it around the sides of the spine just a little bit. Be sure you're covering the whole spine. To the best of your ability, put your awareness on the front of the spine. Move it back to the sides. Just put your awareness on the spine, still in the neck. Go to your back heart, the area between your shoulder blades. Move your awareness to the back solar plexus. Okay, just be still for a second. Keep your eyes closed. Just let it incubate. Okay, well, we're going to cycle through that again. So again, begin to inhale. Your awareness is on your throat minor, the bottom of your throat. Your awareness is on your throat. Go to your jaw minors. So the area right in front of the ears where your jaw hinges. Go to your ear minors, the ear canals, the holes in your ears. Now go to your back throat. Move to your back head, which is opposite your eyebrows on the back side. Go to the areas at the top of your shoulders, where the neck and shoulder meet, those little tender areas. Now put your awareness on the spine, just the bones in your neck, your cervical spine. Move your awareness to the sides of the spine. Move your awareness to the front of the spine, the best that you can. Move it more to the sides again. The sides of the spine. And the back of the spine, the regular awareness on your spine. Put your awareness on the back heart, the area between your shoulder blades. Keep your awareness there for a moment. Now move your awareness to the shoulder blades. Your back solar plexus. Okay, just be still for a second. Pay attention to your neck. Anywhere where there's some stiffness or soreness that's still lingering, just put your attention on it. And again, begin to inhale. Use the oils. Inhale into that area, wherever it's at. And then slowly exhale. Again, inhale slowly. And exhale. Inhale slowly. Exhale. Inhale slowly. Exhale. Okay, move your neck around gently. See how your neck feels. And then little feedback or questions.
Much greater ease and range of motion. Still a little crunchy at the base of skull.
Yeah, that's one of the harder spots to unwind. If you keep doing it, that's probably an atlas axis issue. If you keep doing that, eventually that should unwind a bit more.
Less crunchy.
Yeah, less crunchy. Yeah. Next to get crunchy.
Yeah, I'm not even feeling the neck pain.
Oh, good.
Greg,
Hey, hey.
I've got a friend that's been wanting a massage, and I haven't really been up to helping him. But he has had 3 back surgeries, and he has cages up and down his back. And I'm thinking the work in the spine and
Yeah.
all of the things that we've done tonight.
Yeah.
I'm thinking pretty soon I'm gonna take him up on the appointment he's been trying to get me to do for 3 months. So I really thank you. I think these things
My
will
pleasure.
help.
Tonight and what we did last week.
Yeah,
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
good. Thank
Yeah.
you, thank you.
Much improvement, range of more motion. When you say on the neck, spine, cervical, then other focuses like the sides and front.
Yeah, so like most times when you put your awareness on your spine, you're putting it on the back part of your spine, like where like where you could touch it with the fingers, but then you're moving it off to the sides, like, deep in the spine. And then there's the front component. You really can't access it from the back side. I just want to make sure that your attention and awareness is on all parts of the spine and spinal cord.
And was that specifically more for the neck for this or for the whole spine?
For right now, it was just for the neck, but if you were working on other parts of the spine, you would do it for there as well. When we're just doing breathing for some of the protocols and we're hitting the spine, it's not as important. But when you're trying to unwind the neck, all the different aspects of the spine, there's little muscles that are attaching there. So we want to try to unwind things as much as possible. So that's why we're systematically covering the whole spine.
For that post-polio issue, they got Snowbush, but what was the other, lobelia?
Lobelia, yeah. That is, there's actually an old formula, I'd have to look it up, that's used for that. I want to say it's like you'd have to make it. Nobody's making it anymore. But it's like lobelia, skullcap, skunk cabbage, hops. I'll look it up. But you would have to make a tincture, and then you could have them take a little bit internally and a dropper full maybe, but you could rub it actually on the area as a liniment, and it works really good. I used to make it like 20 years ago or something. It worked really amazingly for a lot of different kind of spasms and things, but we're gonna start making those things in the winter time and start having them available for you guys. But I won't have it done for several months now, like 3 months or so.
And was there anything else in that protocol?
No, just things that are antispasmodic, relaxing fascia and antispasmodic.
Someone said their jaw is still sore.
Yeah. Do some extra work on just the jaw. The jaw can take a little while sometimes. The jaw holds massive amounts of tension. You could also try gargling, put 2 or 3 drops of marjoram and water and like swish it around. Try to really get it back on the jaws. It helps. I mean, it doesn't make it go away, but it helps.
Would ironbark eucalyptus unwind to remove the deposits in cervical vertebrae?
Yeah, I would use it topically, but yeah, like ironbark eucalyptus or lovage or yeah, Eucalyptus citrodora, one of those. It doesn't necessarily remove them, but it increases the range of motion from the deposit. Sometimes it breaks them up, but if they're really calcified, you're just trying to loosen the tissue up around the deposits.
Someone had increased range of motion, exclamation point.
Good, good, good.
Does the shape of one's jaw contribute to jaw tension?
It usually has to do with alignment issues in other parts of your body, and then just stress levels. Sometimes even adrenal function can tie into jaw function.
Gargle and swallow?
No, just gargle and spit it out. Okay, you guys. Well, I hope you had a good session tonight, and I think next week we'll start doing something a little different, but we cover some neck, shoulder, back. We might still do a little bit of soft tissue. Let me flip through my notes and we'll see, but other than that, we're gonna start covering some other conditions as well. I hope some of you can join tomorrow night for the esoteric study with Astara.
Someone did have, how would we know to use the spasmophilia versus the antispasmodic?
For here, there is some emotional components to it. That's why I was using the spasmophilia. Antispasmodic will still work. It's just you're clearing out some emotional stuff as well. That's why I think it was Peggy who said she felt so happy. Part of you not being able to feel present, sometimes it's tied to blockages in the arms and legs and circulatory issues in the arms and legs. So spasmophilia works out a bit better for that, but if you use antispasmodic, it's still fine. So
I'm gonna put the little link here, if I can find it for you guys really quick, for the study group tomorrow. If you go to astara.org, it is under events and it's under recurring Astara study group. Sometimes they have issues with cookies on their website, so you have to make the little allow thing. Usually it's at the top of your computer, just to allow for the kind of the pop-ups for basically for them to work. So I'm gonna send you guys, put the link here in the chat. So you guys can go on that link. It's a free study group. And then I believe they send us the link after the next day or so, or they're going to be posting the links or something. So that is actually all through Astara, not through us right here at Plant Prana, but yeah. Greg will be doing the teachings, and it was wonderful last week if you guys were able to join. They actually did post that on YouTube, the STARS YouTube page, if you enjoyed it and wanted to re-experience that. And I actually don't have that link, but I can get that to you guys as well. And I'm happy to send the link to you guys, but I'm not in charge of that stuff for Astara.
Yeah, so thanks for joining last week. And we're going to be doing some work on the thalamus this week. And so, and then it's the Astara's 69th anniversary this weekend. So we have the clairvoyance class and the anniversary. So it's a big weekend.
Yeah, go ahead, Cindy.
The materialization classes that you are offering coming up, are they similar to the prosperity and materialization class you did in Sarasota? I think it was last April, or a year ago April?
No, it's, well, they're all materialization classes, but they work on different components. So the one that is like, I think it's the 23rd or 24th, something like that, 24th, 25th. That one is in Louisville. That one's actually addressing issues to do with fear and unwinding some kind of conditioning in the body. And then the other one, the science of synchronicity, addresses some other issues with the prefrontal cortex and things like that. So it's they're working different areas, different aspects.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
The Star thing is 6 Central Time. Is that correct?
Yes, 6 Central Time, 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 Eastern.
Okay, at this point, I think you guys do have to sign up every time.
Yeah, I think they're setting it up so you have to sign up every time. So
I believe so. So
yeah.
just so you guys know on that. There's something else I was gonna tell you guys, but that's okay.
okay, you guys, love you, and I'll see you either soon or next week.